Hello, welcome to the video. I'm in Mostar in Bosnia and I got in yesterday, last night. Didn't really do much, just slept. This is my first day to explore the city and see what's up. I just stumbled across this building. Not really sure what it is, but it's pretty. But one thing that I've noticed, and I'll show you just in a minute, is just walking around, a lot of the older buildings you see are riddled with bullet holes, and that'd be back in, there was a pretty bad war back in the early 1990s, and it's very surreal to just be walking around. Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Hello.
What are you doing?
Making a video about Bosnia.
For Bosnia, which kind of for yourself or
for myself? Yeah, for YouTube, just to show.
Can I maybe give you one small advice?
Yes.
I'm city guide.
Oh, okay.
You maybe wanted to have make the video with the city guide for the you probably have the YouTube.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
You have the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's not costing expensive. It is including the visiting complete all part of the town, all bridge, all bazaar streets, with the historical signs, starting from the 15th century until now. Until now,
yeah. That sounds pretty interesting. So that guy was actually trying to sell me a tour at the end of the day, so we're not gonna do that. We're gonna explore by ourselves and see what's up. But now we're coming to the old town here. And so the old town is known mainly for this one bridge right downtown, which is called like the old Mostar bridge or something like that. This bridge was completely destroyed back during the war, and then they rebuilt it, I think 2004, something like that. And now it's kind of back to a replica of what it used to be, which was a super ancient bridge, but very, very beautiful. We're entering Old Town right now. I ate there the other day. Pretty good food. And I like the, all right, I like the cobblestones of Old Town. Big tour going on over there. But, ooh, check out that view there. The really cool thing about Bosnia is, or at least Mostar at least, is it seems to be surrounded by mountains again, which is something I found is pretty similar with a bunch of other Balkan countries. So, what's down here? Not sure if this is a continuation of the old town or a restaurant. Looks like a restaurant. Yeah, maybe not that way. All right, let's sneak by the tour. And then this is just the heart of Old Town. So the old bridge is up here, a whole bunch of little shops and restaurants and stuff, and more cobblestones. And the Old Town is really pretty. Let's see where we're to go now. Oh, a little market. Check this out. This is pretty cool. Clothing shops, cafes, restaurants. I think that's a mosque up there too. So in Bosnia, there's a whole bunch of ethnic groups, which is actually, from my understanding at least, why there was a lot of fighting in the war after Yugoslavia broke up. It was, ooh, that looks delicious. There was a lot of fighting between ethnic groups. There was a fighting between the Croats, the Serbs, and then there's the Bosniaks. And the Bosniaks are, I believe, Muslim, and then the Serbs are mainly from Serbia, and then the Croats are mainly from Croatia. And they basically, in splitting up Yugoslavia, there was a bunch of different ideas about how it should go. But here we are. Check it out. This is the bridge. Wow. We're on the bridge now. It's cool. Ooh. Ha! Nearly fell over there. This is quite beautiful, honestly. River's pretty. Wow. Oh, looks like you can do a boat tour too. Whew. Very blue water. Very blue water. Let's go down there, see if we can get a better view. But one thing I think you can see just from here is just how beautiful at least Mostar is. People are really building back Bosnia strong. A lot of active development going on, and yeah, at least downtown Mostar. Check this out. There's a lot of tourist activity going on. Ooh, this stuff is my favorite. So Bosnian coffee, let me go back actually real quick, is, oh wow. I don't know if I can take this with me, but if I could, I would. Very similar to Turkish coffee, where you put it in little pots like that, and then you make the coffee in the pot, they serve it with like a jelly. Actually, we'll try out that later in the video, Bosnian coffee, because it's similar to Turkish coffee, but in my opinion, well, not my opinion, it's a little bit different. So instead of adding sugar into the Turkish coffee, which can make the Turkish coffee super sweet, dare I say too sweet, yeah, this is how we get down to the water. You make the coffee black, and then you add the sugar in as you want, alongside like a little nut type jelly thing, which is pretty good. And I love the little, what do you call it? the little, what do you call it? The little, geez Louise, I can't believe I'm forgetting this name. The little kettle, like yeah, the little like golden bronze kettle that they give you. It makes drinking coffee feel so fancy. Okay, cool. So we are down to the water's edge now. Looks like a lot of tour groups going on. So this is the view of the bridge, the old bridge that was unfortunately destroyed during the fighting in the 90s, but then they rebuilt in 2004. And so this is kind of like the quintessential image of like Mostar. When you Google Mostar, oh hello people. People are pretty friendly here too. Check out a little bit of a waterfall. The quintessential image of Mostar is right there. It was destroyed, then rebuilt, and wow, look at that water. This is a very pretty river too. I found the Balkans, at least the Balkan area where I've been so far, so like Montenegro, Croatia, Bosnia-Herzegovina. I forget, it's always Bosnia and Herzegovina, to be really beautiful in terms of like natural rock formations, and the water too. The water has been super clear, amazing for swimming, and gets deep relatively fast too. Let's go on the hunt of to see if we can find some relics of like the war. So on my way in, I walked by some buildings that had a lot of old bullet holes in them, and I think they've removed all the, you know, the signs of the war from the old downtown area. So let's go kind of outside of the downtown area, the old downtown area, get into some new kind of streets and check it out. So not quite as many people here or tour groups, because we're right on the edge, and we're about to pop on over to the newer sides of Mostar, which I think we should be able to find some more like remnants of old buildings that were unfortunately very much affected during the fighting in Bosnia back in the 90s. The Bosnian people have told me that there's a bunch of Turkish influence. So I was in a cab the other day. To be honest, I got scammed by the cab, but that's not a big deal. I was in the cab the other day, and he told me that there is a lot of Turkish influence when it comes to the food of Bosnia, the history of Bosnia, and you can kind of see it. It's a lot of in the meat. It's not like the meat sticks and the donuts, the kebabs, and you see it in the coffee too. So the Bosnian coffee, while it is different than Turkish coffee, is quite similar too, just by nature of how you make the coffee and how it comes presented and looks. And I didn't know that there was a bunch of similarity between Bosnia and Turkey, but it kind of makes sense because Bosnia, let's go down here. Bosnia has a relatively large Muslim influence here, and Turkey is a relatively large Muslim country, so kind of makes sense that they would support each other. I hope that's right. I'm just kind of thinking off the top of my head, like logically what makes sense, but I will confirm. Okay, so we are just kind of on the outskirts now. Like the city of Mostar really isn't too big. Okay, check this out. So here is an old building that's yet to be restored, or what looks like it's in the process of being restored. Kind of see with the graffiti and stuff. But check out all these would be legit, you know, bullet holes where people were firing bullets at in the 90s and trying to shoot people. And so it's just it's crazy how not far back in history that was. And you know, check it out here too, on the gate as well. These are all bullet holes right there. Bang, bang, bang. Looks like this gate really got lit up at one point in history. You can see it here too. So it's kind of like a very surreal reminder that, you know, technically I think I was alive when this was happening too. Like basically one of the bloodiest wars in recent memory just happened right around here, and it was pretty brutal. I think a lot of reports say that the Bosnian fighting was some of the most bloody in all of the conflict that was occurring in old Yugoslavia at the time. I think because it was kind of primarily positioned between Serbia, Croatia, and then a lot of the kind of different cultural groups that live and that make up Bosnia, because Bosnia is such a diverse country itself that it led to a lot of problems when the government was trying to be getting restructured. So yeah, that's crazy. Frankly, like, you don't really see this type of stuff in the Old Town. You have to kind of walk outside of Old Town for a bit, but as soon as you get outside of Old Town, like, remnants of the war are everywhere, really. Slowly by slowly, the country is getting rebuilt, and it's super encouraging to see. But you know, things don't happen overnight. Things don't happen in a decade either. Like, it takes a lot of time, especially after all the fighting that was done, to rebuild it. Ah, check it out, some more ruins here. Wow, yeah, old house. And it's unfortunate, really unfortunate what happened. It's very unfortunate the first answer was to go to, well, not the first answer, but there was a lot of fighting that occurred. I mean, honestly, these old buildings, like that one and this one, they're beautiful. I don't like to get too dark about all this stuff, but I think it's important to see it from time to time to remind ourselves how, like, I always think that, you know, this could never happen nowadays, but really it can. It happened 25 years ago. Do the best we can to avoid future fighting, because I don't think that war like this is the answer. It really is a beautiful country. The hillsides, the people are so friendly, and I didn't really know what to expect at all. It's been a real change from Croatia. So I was in Croatia beforehand, and Bosnia has been quite the change. And it's just in a different way. I think Croatia really benefited from, you know, becoming a very big tourist destination, and that has not yet happened to Bosnia, but maybe it will. Like, you can definitely see it in Old Town there. There's a lot of tourism going on. So we've wandered into a bit of a neighborhood. Honestly, I don't really know what the good and bad parts of town are, so don't want to go too deep, because I have heard that it can be a little bit rough in some neighborhoods. Hi, I found a new friend in Bosnia.
Hello, I'm
What's your name?
Alan. Alan.
Nice to meet you, Alan.
You?
Nice to meet you. I'm Michael. Michael.
Yes. Nice to meet you.
So can you tell me a little bit about life in Bosnia?
Yeah, in Bosnia we have 3 apartments for the states.
Yeah.
Brčko district, Federation, and Serbian Republic. We have 3 leaders, or if you want 3 presidents in one country.
Okay.
They coming not together.
They coming all together.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Bosnia and Herzegovina living in 3 million people.
3 million people in Bosnia.
3 million
okay.
people.
Yeah.
Just San Marino and Luxembourg is smaller, like Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Okay.
And capital town from Bosnia and Herzegovina is Sarajevo.
Yeah.
And capital town from Herzegovina is Mostar.
So
just this one country.
Ah, yes, one country. So what's the life like? Well, what do you like to do for? How do you find life nowadays? Is it?
Yeah, everything. The people have outside from the country.
Yeah.
And they give money for your family.
For the family.
For the family. I have cousins in Norway.
Oh, in Norway. Okay.
In Norway,
Yeah.
they give me per winter time. They give me money for my baby. I have small baby,
that's
10
good,
months.
okay.
Yeah.
The people I've met are so friendly.
Yeah.
They've been so friendly.
Yeah.
They're some of the most hospitable people I've met in Europe so far.
yeah.
It's
We are living just a little bit from tourism.
sure. But I think it was in downtown, and the tourism is coming back a little bit. It seems.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. But not enough. Not enough. Not
We
enough.
had the last time before 2 years ago, Corona, COVID-19,
Yeah.
and nobody coming to the mosque.
Oh, what's most people doing for work nowadays?
Nothing.
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 There's no factories, no jobs.
nothing.
And does the government help at all? Not much.
We had before 2 years,
Yeah.
14 years, no government in Mostar. The Christian people want Christian government, the Muslim people want
The
Muslim
Muslim
government. By the city is separate. One side is Christian side, and the side is Muslim side.
So are we on the Christian side right
On the
now?
Christian side.
And the mosque side is
Yeah,
on the other side.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's a shame what happened, the
Yeah,
war. Yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, I did not know much about it. I'm learning a
It's
lot.
coming. 1918 is Tito dead.
Tito, yeah, from Yugoslavia. Yeah, Tito.
Inflation upstairs.
Crazy inflation.
No
Yeah.
more export.
Yep.
And come the war.
It's a shame.
Come the war.
Well,
I working just 3 months in summertime.
yeah.
I need money for winter time.
Of course.
And
Yeah.
I have small baby.
I know.
And
I'm gonna give you the money
Yeah,
because
okay.
I appreciate all the time you're taking with me to answer my questions. Because I'm very curious. But thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Do you want to say anything to the world about Bosnia?
Yeah, coming to the Mostar is a nice city. I wait for you.
Perfect. Yeah, and you're a tour guide. You can take
Yeah.
people all around the city and
Yeah.
show them exactly everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay.
I appreciate it. So one thing we learned from Alan there is that the city is split into 2 based off of religion. So he said the west side, the side that we're on now, is mainly Catholic, and that the east side is mainly Muslim. So we've mainly been checking out the Catholic side so far. So let's go check out the Muslim side. There's a few big mosques up there apparently. All right. So we're back on the old bridge. Let's go check it out. I think that's a mosque over there. Let's go check out the mosque. This is the Muslim side of the bridge. more little coffee sets. The coffee here is quite good. And this is the old bazaar, I believe. Yeah, it's just like a big market, really. So let's kind of weave through it. See what's up. See what we can see. A lot of coffee stuff, coffee cups, food, you know, normal market stuff, magnets. Not much of a difference so far that I've noticed. This is the Pasha Mosque, I believe, which is the old mosque here. Let's see. It's like some tours or something. I don't think we're gonna pay money to go into the mosque, so we'll probably just look at it from the outside. But that's it. Whew, that's the old Pasha Mosque. I think we've seen the Muslim side, I mean just briefly. But it's actually quite similar to the Christian side. Only difference being that there are more mosques here, which, you know, makes a lot of sense. So, and you got more like halal food, which halal food is delicious. Yeah, let's go get some Bosnian coffee. All right, here's another building you can kind of see. I wandered outside the old town again, and it's just riddled with bullet holes. So, you know, it's all over the place, all over the town. But it's a beautiful town, really beautiful city. So let's go get some Bosnian coffee. Okay, so this is Bosnian coffee. Basically, what it is, it's like the same as Turkish coffee in this little, ooh, that's very hot, very hot bronze plate. And then you get to put as much sugar as you want in. So what you do first, take your empty cup, you put the sugar in the bottom, and then watch this now. Ooh. Oh, check this out too. You get a jelly that has some nuts in the middle of it. Same as Turkish coffee. You get your cup, you get your sugar on the side. So you choose how much sugar to put in. Put your sugar in the bottom, and just pour in the coffee. Melts the sugar. Ooh. There you go. Full on up there, the top. And well, the sugar is melting. You get this little jelly that has some nuts in the middle. Mmm. That's delicious. It's really good. And so, stir up a bit. And there you go. Oh, spilt a bit. Mmm, very hot. But it's very good. Mmm, alright. Still kind of hot. Ooh, that is so good. The coffee flavor is so rich. Mmm, it's delicious. But I'm spilling way too much. Oh yeah, one other thing I forgot to mention. So Mostar, so is Bosnia and Herzegovina. That is the name of the country. And Herzegovina is the southern, southeast, southwestern part of the country. So Mostar is in theory the capital of Herzegovina, which is where we're at now. And it's a cool place. I recommend a visit. So that said, hope you liked the video. And so I will see you in the next video.